In today's video, I'll be sharing my experience with undoing early morning anxiety. So I used to wake up with gripping early morning anxiety that wasn't attached to anything. It was free floating. I would feel this gripping feeling in my chest, this tightness and this anxiousness that I just wanted to go away immediately. And oftentimes the knee-jerk reaction would be to just get out of bed and start being busy and doing something to distract myself from that feeling of anxiety. And that seemed to make it go away. But it kept coming back. That was the problem. And it was strange to me that I could even go to bed feeling totally peaceful and then wake up feeling totally anxious. Now there's a quote from A Course in Miracles that says, "The mind is very powerful and never loses its creative force. It never sleeps." And what that told me was that even though I went to bed peaceful, there was a part of my mind that was still active when I was asleep that chose for ego again, that chose for fear again. Now, A Course in Miracles is also prompting us to leave no dark cornerstone hidden, meaning it's our responsibility to take our fears to Spirit and ask them to be undone. Ask for that miracle, that shift in perception instead. So this is what I started doing. Instead of running out of bed and distracting myself from the anxious feeling, I would stay in bed and let myself feel that feeling of anxiety as much as I could tolerate. But the key here is not to feel it alone. It's not to look at that anxiety alone. It's to invite Spirit in. So I would literally let myself feel the anxiety while saying, "Holy Spirit, I'm willing to look at this with you. I'm willing to bring this to you. I'm willing to get the miracle instead. Help me." And in doing that, I am not looking at the fear alone. Looking at the fear alone would often increase my fear, but knowing that Spirit was by my side while I was looking actually was quite comforting. And this is where the shift started to happen for me. Just like the sun burns away the early morning fog, looking at the anxiety with Spirit burned away the anxiety. It would just sometimes evaporate and fizzle as if it just was fog disappearing, and peace would be left beneath that. So why free-floating anxiety? Well, A Course in Miracles teaches us that we have unconscious fear and guilt in our minds because we believe that we actually pulled off separation from our source. And so having this free-floating anxiety that didn't seem to be attached to anything was actually a beautiful thing, because to me, that was touching on this unconscious fear and guilt that's there because I think I'm actually Corinne. I think I pulled off separation from source. And so it became a beautiful opportunity then to look at that fear with Spirit, which is what we're being asked to do as Course students. A Course in Miracles is teaching us that there is nothing to fear and there is no cause for guilt. So anytime that anxiety arises in our experience, it's an opportunity to take it to Spirit, to ask for the shift in perception, to ask for the miracle, to ask for it to be undone as we withhold nothing and take all of our fears, our beliefs to Spirit to be repurposed, to be retranslated into a means for helping us wake up. And that makes anxiety a wonderful, wonderful teacher. I hope that was helpful. Join me on the journey. I love you.